live, baby. We are live. Well then, got about what? About 9 minutes till we really start. But what's going on, followers? What's going on, people? What's going on, family? We are back with another episode, of course, where this topic is going to be true or false. Men are more homophobic than women. But before we even get started, of course, I'm going to have a special guest and, of course, some of my co-hosts on. Of course, we're going to have Seth on here, or should I say it's DODD or Chevy Heavy, whichever, name he wants to go by for today. Just playing. Love him, man. But, yeah, he'll be by later, but we are going to have It's the Ripper pop up here. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and, send a little invite, because it's about that time. But while we're waiting, a little preview on our guests for today. So why don't y'all give a little listen, and I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back in my bag. I'm back in my bag, yeah. I'm back on my bag. I should work on my bag, yeah. Show them the track. If you know I'ma smash it, ain't no more lag. So that ain't no more lag, yeah. Woke up this morning, gotta get my gas tags. Look at the dash, gonna have up on that gas tank. Just got the fresh juice and shake, man, I'm feeling fine. Wifey done called me, told me she cooked, man, I'm eating fine. Baby, no mind, man, I'm just happy as could be, cause I know he alive. I submitted to his will, Proverbs 3 and 5. Water my feet until it would be 3 times. Yeah, the problems don't come, probably gonna take a few loss. Ain't no losses, just lessons, turning the blessings to show. Had to learn to accept it, I'm gonna get better results. Ain't no never take the bait, I just pray and meditate. Walk up in the morning, it's gonna be a better day. The devil thought it had me, I ain't even take the bait. I just chill and relax with you, I pray and meditate. I just chill and relax with you, I pray and meditate. Okay, ain't see the problems that ain't trying to come my way. The devil thought it had me, I ain't even take the bait. I just chill and relax with you, I pray and meditate. I just chill and relax with you, I pray and meditate. Okay. Chill and relax, I'm done with the past. Spirit is woke, it's here too long. Still to step out of the boat. A couple step I got to toe. A brand new year, can't nobody stop my shine. I think it's really about that time. To let y'all know, ready to see this didn't need anyone that was just outside. Man, it ain't no joke, but the word on top. I'm in another zone, but the verse on top. Ain't no going right, but the verse on top. And that's on God, and God I trust. Ain't no way to be wrong with this one to leave me. I promise I'm good, because he got me covered just like a TV. He got me high like a TC. I laugh at the devil like he cause I control all the moves that I make, and the words is my cheat sheet. And I be like, beep, get out my way, cause my purpose coming me. Yeah, the problems gon' come, probably gon' take a few loss. Ain't no losses, just lessons, turning the blessings to show. Had to learn to accept it, I'm gon' get better results. Ain't no never take the bait, I just play and meditate. Okay, morning, it's gon' be a better day. The devil thought it had me, I ain't even take the bait. I just chill and relax with you, I pray and meditate. I just chill and relax with you, I pray and meditate. Okay, I see them problems that they try to come my way. The devil thought they had me, I ain't even take the bait. I just chill and relax with you, I pray and meditate. I just chill and relax with you, I pray and meditate. Okay. Hey. Oh, orderly?
Oh,
Oh,
Dali.
orderly?
Oh, orderly.
What's good with it, my guy?
I was doing too many things at one time, and I'm just like, bruh. I just sat down for the first time in like maybe an hour or two, and it's 12 o'clock on the dot. Like,
What's going on? We starting?
I,
Nah, but our fellow co-host, or your fellow co-host, of course, is DODB gonna be a little late. He had a little errand he had to run, but we gonna
we gonna hold it down, whether he come or not. You feel me? But
What a guy. What a guy.
not what a guy.
What a
Well, while we wait, because I'm gonna go ahead and invite, of course, our guest in here today. And while I'm doing that, of course, I'll, don't know if some people heard or not, but I'm gonna play it again.
wee.
Oh wee! I'm gonna play it again, Bucko.
Well, this topic, boy.
Back in my bag, yeah, I'm back on my bag. I should work on my bag, yeah, show on the track. If you know I'ma smash it, ain't no more lag. So there ain't no more lag, yeah. Woke up this morning, gotta get my gas tank. Look at the dash, gotta have a phone that gas tank. Just got the fresh features and shake, but man, I'm feeling fine. See them call me, told me she think, man, I'm eating fine. Ain't no more,
I got a bit of beat in the back. I'm drinking the music living in the back.
Hey,
Gregory Luster, it's music, no mustard. Ketchup, run up. Hey, light
yes,
bulb.
yes, sir. Oh, let me try. Hey, there we go.
Hey, what it do, ski? What's popping with you?
What's going on, my guy? How you been? How you doing?
Listen, man, living life, bro. Living life, maintaining.
Hey, that's what you got to do nowadays. I definitely hear you on that. Well, hey, it's 12:03, but hey, we can definitely go ahead and get the ball rolling now. So
I
let's
heard
get.
y'all playing the music in the background. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
appreciate it.
We had
I
to
had
let
to
them
throw some
know.
light bars up on there, yo. Yeah.
Had to bless the track with little light bars.
All right.
No.
That's what's up.
Hey, but
That was
What's
fire.
up?
That was
Appreciate
fire.
it, man. Appreciate it.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
So
while
you
we
be
go,
singing, so is you David
hey,
Ruffin or is you Eddie Kane Jr.?
Listen, man. I ain't no Usher. I ain't no Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? But I hold my own. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
I
that's all
know.
that
That's why I
counts.
said like Eddie Kane Jr. or is you David Ruffin?
Listen, man. I don't even want to put myself in neither one of those categories, man.
Because I'm the
I'm just
real
me.
David Ruffin.
Yeah.
Nobody coming to see them Otis. Like, oh no.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yes, sir. But hey,
It's nice to meet you, though,
You too,
Mike.
man. You too. I told Dez, I said I've been scoping y'all for a little bit, man, since y'all been doing the little podcast joint, man. I like it.
hey,
Appreciate
we
the
appreciate. We
views, the
definitely
scope,
appreciate
and
that, man.
everything else in between.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
We
sir.
appreciate that. So we're definitely, we definitely growing as we continue to, progress in this, and we definitely appreciate that, man, for sure.
Yes,
But
sir.
I
we
like
gonna get the ball. Hey, for real.
I like that.
We gonna go ahead and get the ball rolling, So let's
Ladies
go.
ain't never had no problem with growth.
Hey,
I ain't never heard a woman
Facts.
complain about growth.
hey,
Facts.
hey.
Facts.
Trying
Speaking
to
of
tell you.
women, let's dive into this topic. But first,
Yes, sir.
before we do all that,
Mm-hmm.
everybody, welcome to the Smoke Thoughts Instagram Live edition, where we don't
Yes,
longer
sir.
keep our smoky thoughts to ourselves. We share them amongst this feed and amongst the gentlemen that sit amongst you. And yeah, and to the top
Yes,
of my screen, we have our lustrous host of the most, Mr. King Holmes.
yes,
And
sir.
to the bottom left of my screen, we have, as you can see, the hardest millennial is the Ripper. And to the right of my screen, we have our special guest, none other than Mr. Gregory Luster Music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate
The
it.
first artist to
Appreciate it.
be interviewed on our show, apart from myself. I don't count because I'm a co-host. We're currently missing Mr. It's DODB because he on light-skinned colored people time.
that's a different color time than the rest of the colors. You know what I'm talking about?
Right,
Like,
that's a
I was
that's
about to ask
disrespect.
where he at.
yeah. He gonna be here a little later. He had an errand he had to run, but I was like, hey, we gonna keep it
He had to
rolling
take
with.
care of some
Oh,
light skin business. That's what that was. He had to take care of
not
some
light
light skin.
skin, bitch.
Yeah, that's gonna be the excuse for the day. Light skin business.
Not the light
Light
skin
skin
business.
business. I'll take that.
Before we get to, dive into this topic, of course, I also wanted to,
Mhm.
talk with you, Greg. I wanted to know how did Gregory Luster music begin? Like, how did it even, come about at
Man,
first?
honestly, bro, like I've been doing music for a little bit. Like, I started singing like at 2 years old, but like I started taking music like serious probably late middle school, early high school.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? Me and my boys, we had a group back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We did shows, did halftime football games, basketball games, all that type of stuff, doing the national anthem, all that type of stuff. And then that turned into going into the studio, creating serious music. We had a few opportunities in the past, and I always felt like this is what I wanted to do, man. So, it is what it is.
Hey, that's
Here I
what's
am.
up. That's what's up, man. Hey,
My
that's
question is, did your grandma make you get in a church choir growing up?
Listen, this is the question. This is the important question that everybody be asking me. Of course, like,
real.
look, I've been in the church since I was a kid, like, cause I'm a preacher's kid.
God
All right.
fearing man.
My
Okay.
dad was he was a evangelist, so we used to go around to different churches. He used to sing, preach, all of that good stuff. And then, of course, naturally, me and my brother, we started singing while we was in church as well. So, of course, that's in my blood. Like, that's the whole foundation of my music. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That's what's up.
ain't
Hey,
nothing wrong with it.
ain't nothing
Mm-hmm.
wrong with it at all.
Yes, sir.
Well, hey, definitely wanted to, hear a little bit about that for sure and let everybody else hear, because I know a bunch of people have some crazy stories on how they started their journey on where they're at right now, so definitely like to hear that for sure. But shoot, while we at it, let's go ahead and dive into this topic, of course. And the topic of today is a true or false, more of a opinionated kind of thing. But it's true or false, are men more homophobic than women? So I don't know where to start, so I'm just gonna say,
Yup.
Mr. Sanders here. So
Yeah. Yeah.
is
I'm gonna go with true, and the reason why I say that is because society nowadays, like, they have made it cute or sexy for girls, you know what I'm saying, to be gay. Like, it's a cute thing, it's a sexy thing. But when you talking about a man being gay, it's just like, hold on, whoa, wait a minute.
right,
Like, that's like a kind of like a shot at your manhood. Like, you can't be. And let me go ahead and put this disclaimer out there before anybody try to do any canceling or whatever.
Hey,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
make sure
hey,
your words are sensitive
Listen,
for the alphabet people because yeah,
listen.
I don't
yeah.
want you being sued and then once you make millions of dollars off music,
Right, they go back to this.
all them
Be like,
wages
hold
be
on.
garnished. Like, yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna put this disclaimer out there. I have nothing against nobody that's in that community. Like, I actually got like a friend or two that I know, you know what I'm saying, that's gay as well. So I have nothing against nobody. But I think the thing about it is 9 times out of 10, you don't see a guy that's gay that's very masculine. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
And like 9 times out of 10, it's someone who has feminine ways. Like, you can see their mannerisms of a woman in their actions. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of looked upon, it's kind of frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? But I think the more and more we live in this society, the more accepting it is. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, yes, I think it is more homophobic when it comes to the men versus the women.
right.
Yes, I agree.
hmm Okay. And I'm with you on that one. I'll go next on it. I'm definitely with you on that. I definitely think it's true. Like to what you were saying a little bit, and disclaimer here too. Hey, I have no problem at all with whoever you like or whoever anybody likes. That's their business. I have a friend also who's gay also, and I just treat them like a regular person. But some people, they are really bothered by that, and it just kind of, maybe it just trips me out how somebody can be bothered by what somebody else likes. Because it's like, at the end of the day, that's what they like.
Yeah.
That's not what you have to like.
Yeah.
And it's like trying to sway your way into what they're thinking, which is kind of like certain other things or beliefs, instead of, forcing your way on somebody. Why not just let them do what they do?
Mm-hmm.
Not them, so let them do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely feel like when it comes to men, for sure, like you were saying, like 9 times out of 10, yeah, you see, more feminine, of a guy would be more feminine than to be more masculine. But sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, it'll be some masculine that'll be that low
Yeah.
key feminine, but you would never know. You
Yeah.
would never
Yeah.
know, and it just blows my mind. But it's like, like, men are just more, in my opinion, or what I've also, experienced, men are just more, I guess you could say, more bothered by a guy being with a guy than a girl being with a girl. Because, of course, 9 times out of 10, the guys are going to be like, man, yeah, a girl with a girl. But that's the same thing as a guy with a guy.
Yeah.
But you don't,
Yeah.
but you got a problem with that.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm definitely that's definitely true. So I'm definitely on that part. It's the Ripper. I'm definitely interested to hear
Honestly,
this one.
I'm actually gonna say, listening to what both you guys say, I'm gonna say it's actually 50-50. The reason
Okay.
why I say 50-50 is because you have to look at the different eras of growing up. Like back in the day, the traditional male, was taught, oh, the man is supposed to be with the woman, and woman's only supposed to be with man. Then, as society evolved, the rules started to bend, started to flip, started to change. Yes, well, it's not a concept. Yes, we still do live by that double standard because, women will always have that double standard advantage over the men. But
Mm-hmm.
now it's kind of like it's a reversing thing because if you look at some of the books today that are in the schools for the children and stuff like that, majority of the people that are offended by these books are the women. You see more women speaking out about this than men when it comes to the community of alphabets and the what they display in the books for children. So that's why I say it's 50-50 because you have to look at it from the era. Back then it was a huge problem. Nowadays in this new generation, this era, is not so much of a problem. It's like it's an acceptance thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when it comes to the children,
Yeah.
we have more women that have a problem with it than men because, for obvious reasons,
Right.
that I refuse to say. Disclaimer: I love the community. Proud supporter of Kate and Pierre, also for the community you've known as George Rankin, the professional amateur wrestler. Pink gang in the building,
For
booty
real.
cheeks out and all. Gonna keep flashing them cheeks, gonna hit you with the stink face every time. Period. So yeah, but apart from that, like I said, I think it's more of a 50-50, based off of the era. Like you had to have been in the era from back in the day to say, men were more homophobic than women. But nowadays it's in reverse because you don't really see a lot of males talking about, what I'm saying, the books and the things that are displayed in the books. It's mainly the women. And also I want to add on to that. It's mainly because you have to realize the lack of fathers in our children's lives now. So that
Yeah.
also plays a major factor on
Right.
why, my opinion is it's 50-50. Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
but either way, we are all human beings. True. And you have the right to love who you want to love. because God made you the way that God wanted you to be. And if
Mm-hmm.
you decide that you no longer wants to be a boy, you wants to be a woman, that is your God-given right um, as a human in this society. You are no different. You are not excluded.
Mm-hmm.
I just ask that, you keep it real like you have to do, because I respect the community because they have no choice but to keep that shit real.
Yeah.
You have
Right.
some that, they are slipping on, they pimping a little bit. I literally just seen an interview last night
Mm.
between Jason Lee and it was this other woman who is trans, and they were talking about the Kevin Gates issue with him being exposed and whatnot, and how
Right.
like Kevin Gates was like they was in mid sex act, and like he was trying to figure out what was up with the coochie, like what I'm saying, well, what's wrong with this coochie, what I'm saying, oh, I'm trans, just oh man, and the woman slayed that woman not only because she was white, but because it's like you making it hard for people in the trans community. Like, it's a trust thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
that's why, as long as you continue to keep it real with yourself and, I'm saying, like before you approach a man that may not be homosexual,
Mm-hmm.
and let them know, hey, listen, I am post operation, pre-operation, whatever status you in, and just accept what they decide. By all means, hey, I respect it.
Right.
And I add to that. I agree with that last part that you just said. I think two things is very important. The only things that I have a problem with
Mm-hmm.
first is like you just said, be real. Because you got like you got people out here who, you know what I'm saying, and they don't play those type of games. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like they have anything against anybody in that community. It's just that if they don't roll that way, then you need to be up front and let them know, like, hey, like you said, I am post operation,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is. I don't know the specifics. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what you call it. Like, there's certain names
Right.
that you call it. I
Right.
don't know all of that.
That's why I
All I
just say
know is
post-operation, pre-operation.
exactly, like, if this is what you are, you need to let that person know up front. Give them the chance to be like, yeah, I'm a fool with you, or no, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Da, da, da. Give them that chance. Don't just put them in a situation where you're forcing them to, you know what I'm saying, find out the hard way. You
Our
feel
way.
me?
Right. Right.
Yeah. And then I think the second thing that I have a problem with is I don't mind anyone who chooses to be in that community. Like, hats off to you. I support you 100%. It's just don't don't force my kids to accept and be and this and that. Like, I want my kids to live their life. Like, let them be a kid. Don't force it
Right.
down their throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't even had a chance to, you know what I'm saying, experience cartoons
Yeah.
and being a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in
Right.
everything now. It's in
Yeah.
cartoons. It's
Yeah.
in all over the internet. Like, I
Right.
mean, it's everywhere you go. It's everywhere, and it's just like, all right, at some point, like, we got to chill out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, let the kids be kids. It's okay for you to talk to me and let me know, like, hey, this is what I want to do. This is that. But let
Mm.
the kids be kids. Let them be
Right.
innocent. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I actually spoke to a friend of mine about that. Speaking of which, he actually talked about that. And the thing is, it's not a matter of their opinion or the way they perceived it. It's not a matter of they're forcing it onto our children. It's just a matter of like it's kind of like it's just open. It's just open information. What I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like they're trying to coerce the children into making these decisions. They're just making the information known, or like the existence known, that
Right.
hey, this is what this person chooses to be. You can identify as this, you can identify as that. Like, just to broaden the spectrum. That's
Mm-hmm.
basically what's going on. Because my mentor actually was talking about this, because we had this discussion about, what they allowed their children to see. They have 4 kids. So it was about what they allowed their children to see or be exposed to on the internet. and that's where this topic came up. So, like I said, they're saying it's not a matter of they're forcing it. It's just, listen, they're making their existence aware. So therefore, when the kids go out and they see, the people that are post or pre-operation, whatever case may be, they say, hey, they don't say ill stuff out the mind, because you got to realize when we was coming up, we kind of said whatever came off the lip, and if it was disrespectful, we got backhanded in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you can't do that. So you have to, show your kids that, like, hey, these are the different type of people in this beautiful world that we live in, and this is how they choose to identify with themselves. So don't think that it's weird. You know what I'm saying? You can't make them feel uncomfortable and things like that. So therefore, oh, okay, I understand what's going on. This person was a woman and now is, wants to be a man, So that's what that is. Do I 100% agree with it? Well, y'all know I'm a big conspiracy theorist, so it'll never be 100%. But I
Right.
do understand that side of the playing field, though. Like, I get that part. So I'm going to leave that for the community. That's the reason why it's publicized. But the government, on the other hand, has about 80% of to do with it because of their own agendas.
More
And
like
I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm gonna leave it there, just for the sake of everybody else that's in this live, But just know, we know y'all know what we doing. We know what y'all doing, and y'all know that we know what y'all doing. So yeah, I'm on like stank on shit.
To add on to what Ripper was saying, I definitely could see where where some people are coming from with that, but I definitely do agree with what Greg was saying. And even in the comments here, I see a comment is from Takesha there. She said they are showing kids that it is okay, but without caring if the parents are okay with it, which I can understand both sides of that for sure. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you just gotta let kids be kids.
Yeah.
But hey, it is information that's out there, but it's just the day and age we're in now. Honestly, that's what it really is. That's
What it
what it
all
really.
boils down to, man, is two different generations, man. Like you said, the generation that I came up in, like all of this was unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Like at the age, I got two kids. My daughter is 12; she'll be 13 this year. My son is 11,
Right.
and so you know what I'm saying. Like at their age, I wasn't even thinking about nothing that was in my head. Like all I was thinking about was video games, you know what I'm saying, and just having fun. Like whatever type of fun I could get into, I'm just trying to have fun as a kid. None of that was in my head, and it's just like now they're making it so available to every single kid, and it's just like, man, pump your brakes. Like I get it. I'm all about trying to support the next person and whatever it is that they're trying to do in their life. I get it. But I think, again, for me, I think it's just, I don't want my kids to know about certain topics until a certain age. You know what I'm saying? Like I want them to live their life and, you know what I'm saying, just have fun, be a kid. Because it's just like, I don't want them to grow up too soon. You know? So, but yeah, that's just me.
And that
There's
is your God-given right as a parent.
Right, there's no right or wrong answer. Hey, just definitely thought this would be a really good topic, honestly, because it's something that it's one of those topics that's not really talked about like that. Like it's one of those that it's kind of like cringeworthy to talk about, kind of like politics or religion. Like
it's because people are afraid to talk about stuff like this, because they know the type of backlash that comes with if you use the wrong words or if you say anything out of the way. They know what type of backlash they can receive online. But the thing about it is, you got to realize, people, like, you are living your truths. Like, not everybody's going to agree with your core logics. Not
Right.
everybody's going to agree with your laws that you created. You are the God of your reality. So therefore, your laws apply to you. They may not make sense to the next person, but hey, that's okay. They live by their laws and their rules. Just make sure that you don't badmouth their beliefs or
Yeah.
like shun what they believe in just because, you know, you didn't believe in it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And those be the main things that happen in any kind of, sexual orientation or religion or, anything to do with politics.
Those
All
are
the
three
time.
main things right there.
Happens all the time, which is why I just wish, us more as a black community could come together. Because honestly, if the black community came together,
Listen,
woo,
did you see the way we all came together as a community at that what was that fight, that place at
yeah,
River,
The
yeah,
whatever it was.
Montgomery, the
yeah,
Boston Tea
yeah.
Party,
Everybody came, right.
the
Listen,
Everybody come together,
Boston
just
Tea
from a hat
Party.
throwing up.
all it takes is somebody giving off
Throwing
a
a hat.
sign, throw their hat up, and all of them came out of nowhere, bro. If we came together like that in every situation, bro, we would be unstoppable. But that's our problem.
But
We
Yeah,
can't.
let's talk about how that was a distraction for whatever the government's really doing.
Yep,
right.
I believe that too. I believe that
Yeah,
too. I
yeah.
believe that too.
Because ain't no way. Man. But
So what y'all
we're gonna.
think about to happen next?
You said that happened where?
What y'all think about to happen next? Because that was a distraction.
I'm gonna be
Like, you
honest
know
with
how many people come together and jump somebody every day? What's really going on? Like, they chose to make
you.
that go viral. Nothing against what actually happened. Like, yes, I'm glad that my people stood together and, they fought against, something that was, kind of racially motivated or whatever case may be. Boo hoo. You know what I'm saying? Racism been going on for so long. However, we can't come together to do something productive, but we can get together and throw hands. Hey,
I'm t-
at least I know somewhat I'll be protected. But hey, that's just depending on city, state, region, or whatever
Mm-hmm.
case may be. But the real question is,
yeah.
what's really going on? What the government got going on behind the scenes that they ain't trying to that they actually put for us to see, but they hurried up and threw this out there so it could divert our attention. What did we miss?
I'm
Mm.
gonna be honest with you. I've said this since the whole COVID-19 happened. What was that? A couple years ago. I've been
Mm-hmm.
saying this since then. There's going to be another epidemic.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what they walking over. My pops just sent me that information the other day. They're introducing a new coronavirus called
I,
the Omicron XBB,
yeah.
and it's supposed to be like 10 times more deadlier, easier to catch, like,
Mm-hmm.
No way.
and like it's about to be a whole problem. So yep, that's what it was.
Let's see.
They
What
they,
was
they
it called?
threw out Omicron
Um,
coronavirus, Omicron XBB, and then said, all right, before they get too crazy on this new coronavirus, hurry up and throw something that'll get their attention. What'll get their attention?
Mm-hmm.
They like the Boondocks. What did they do in the Boondocks? That guy Eat Dirt got hit with a chair. Bet. Let's create a situation where they're gonna throw a chair and somebody's gonna smack. Yep, there we go. Boom! Smack the white woman with the head of a chair. Just, oh man, y'all
Mm-hmm.
see that video? Whole time,
Yeah.
a new coronavirus right up under our nose, and
let's
we're about to
see.
have to put masks back on. And
What's
not
crazy?
just any type of mask, the doubled up mask where it's like extra, like we really about to be walking around like science labs,
Mm-hmm.
like the people that's doing like the chemical waste people, we about to wearing them type of masks.
And have y'all noticed? I see. I've been peeping things. I'm quiet. I don't really say a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm quiet. I observe things, and I've been peeping how, like, for the past year or two, all of this stuff has been increasing. Like, expenses has been increasing to the point to where it's just like, yo, people are having to choose between having something to eat and having a place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's really come down to that. And it's just like, I feel like we're going towards a point where we're going to be such in a crunch and such in a bind that we have to, the quote unquote, depend on the government. And at the same time, they're going to throw an epidemic out there, like you just said a minute ago, where we masked up and, you know what I'm saying, everybody's catching this thing. And I think it's going to be 10 times worse than what the actual COVID was this past time. And I've been saying this, man, like it's about to get crazy. It's about to get real crazy.
Hey, I believe it, honestly. I believe it. And while y'all were discussing that and everything, I was looking up the Omicron XBB and I see some stuff on it here. But the one of the first things, which is what kind of throws me off too, is it says the ministry warns public of fake COVID Omicron XBB advisory, which makes me think that the virus is really about to, come over here.
Yeah, that's about to hit.
I don't believe anything they say. Like, it's, oh man, I've been in the military, I already know. But hey, look who's here now. That man
was headed.
Light
Chevy
skin Tom. White skin colored people Tom.
On the light skin Tom. But it's okay, because you still called us.
My man said the podcast started at 12:30. What you talking about?
Right. But what you mean?
Bro, I had some stuff to do, bro. That's all it was. I just had some
like
stuff
what?
to
Go
do.
be light
He
skin.
even talking light skin talk. I know that talk. I know the talk because I be talking the talk.
Like, bro, my man's got he got light skin glasses, bro. You see how thick them bifocals is, bro?
Hey, don't even come for my glasses like that. You know I gotta see.
That's what it was. He's so light skinned he can't see. He is light, bright, and 2 shades from being white.
Oh no!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey yo!
My God, Chevy's World. Since that's how you join today, since we already, we put our input in, we gonna get your input too. You gonna be on the spot. So true or false, and of course explain, why you feel this way. Men are more homophobic than women. True or false?
True.
Wow.
True. I mean, I feel like it's true because, like if you look around, you know what I mean. Like we don't like some of us don't like being around.
Be careful what you say.
Some of us don't really like being around. Not me, because I'm cool with people that go that way. You know what I mean? I'm cool with them. You feel me? To be honest, like as long as you don't try me, I'm good. You feel me? Like we don't ain't gotta go down that road. You feel me? Like they some good people, but some are really homophobic about it because maybe it just messes with them in a certain way, I guess. You know what I mean? Like to be honest, that's all you can really say. You know what I mean? Like it just messes with them in a certain way, I guess. You know what I mean? They don't like being around people like that, or yeah.
So, but you feel like,
but it's true because I mean, like being in school, you know what I mean? That's all you would see is folks trying to talk down on folks that's like that. You know what I mean? Like they talk down on them, just be like.
Why is that? Why do you think they talk down?
I mean, because they different, bro. Like they just.
Why are they different? Why can't you be my brother and sister in Christ? It's not fair.
But they can.
I know.
They can't. You feel me? They just like us, bro. We human beings. You feel me? We men. Some men that's gay. Some women that's gay. You know what I mean? And to be honest,
correction. Women can't be gay.
Say what?
Women can't be gay.
And why not?
Bisexual.
So they can be bisexual and men can't.
It's the double standard life we live, brother.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's the double standard life we live.
I'm trying to tell you. So some of the points that were given earlier was, like back in our generation, you know, that stuff wasn't tolerated at all. Like we didn't like, of course, you know, people were still gay, of course. We just weren't used to it being as accepting, or weren't used to seeing it as much as what we are today, or even some points that were given also, even when it comes to, you know, people's children, like seeing that at certain times on kids show, because we were just discussing that the other day. We're like, you know, we see, you know, stuff about that on kid shows almost all the time,
Yeah,
and
they
it's more of,
ain't hiding nothing no more.
yeah, and it could be more of, you know, just information for them in case, you know, they're encountered with something like that.
Yeah.
But that was just some of the points given, you know. So do you feel like it's like a generational thing because, you know,
That was what I said. I feel
like
like
more
it's
of a
generational.
generational thing, or do you feel like
Hey, I
it's
feel
more
like
just people?
it's a generational thing.
My man said some shit that fucked me up the other day in the truck. My man said, bruh, would you slide on Cardi B? I was like, hell yes, I'm sliding. He was like, bet, I'm about to fuck you up. Bro, so what if you get into the act, bruh, and she got a dick, bruh? Like, you still want to slide on it? And I'm just like, come on, man. Why would you do that? Like, oh my God. And here's the
To be honest, I
kicker.
don't
She
even know what
want
to
to
say
fuck
after that.
you. I'm like, come
I don't even know
on,
what to
man.
say
Why
after
would
that.
you do me like that?
Oh,
But that's a
Listen,
real ass question though. Like, it be some, that's crazy. Like, what if the most idolized female celebrity that you just had a crush on for whatever, like however long, like literally, you get the opportunity, like just random as hell to slide. You get there, you about to do the deed, and like she pull out equipment that's bigger than yours. Like, what are you gonna do?
but,
see,
well,
that's what I was talking about. Like, that's one of the things that I was talking about earlier. Like, you got some men out here who don't play those games,
yeah,
and you wind up, you know what I'm saying, unalived. I'll say that word since we own social media. You end up unalived. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's you that it all goes back to the point that we made. Like, if you gonna do those type of things, like if you want to live that way, that's your right. You do what you
hmm,
do, but be honest with the people who you talk to or mess with, because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you don't know what type of mind frame these people are on, and if they find out that you in
I
that,
yeah,
gotta pick y'all brains real quick.
if
Hold
they
on, let me
if they
pick let me
find
pick
out
your
you in
brain.
that type of arena, and,
hmm,
and you ain't mentally prepared them for that, it's consequences and repercussions that come behind that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it really is,
Can
though.
I pick y'all brains real quick?
yeah,
I yo no
I'm
because
scared.
oh my God, bro, these truck conversations, bro. But all right, so here, peep this though. So you meet a shorty, right? Shorty bad as all get out. You know what I'm saying? To you, you know what I'm saying? You know, whatever. Blah blah blah. So y'all rocking, y'all kicking it, woo woo, and you find out through shorty that she's post operation, whatever, woo woo, blah blah. Does that make you gay if you decide to rock with post operation?
that's a good question. I personally wouldn't do it, but I, in my eyes, I mean, technically no, but because you gotta change. But I would rock with it. But some people could say yeah, because you were born, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So some people could argue that too, and that's something that people could toss up in the air and, you know,
Cause you
go
in the
with it.
club, you dancing, y'all getting, you know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all turn, you know what I'm saying? Y'all getting lit, throwing it
Right.
back on you and everything, you know what I'm saying? And then you go to the crib, take it home, you hit it. Man, that was the best I ever had. And then, you just wake up the next day, and y'all chopping it up, and it's just so
Um,
By the way,
by the way,
not by the way,
yeah,
my
so
That's
I'm post
exactly why
operation.
I'm
And
not
it's just
dating
like,
right now,
what do
bro.
you do at that point? It's just like, I done already seen it through. Like it's too late. I can't reverse that act. Like I was in that act, enjoying that. I can't reverse that. Like there's no Uno reverse card for me to use to go back and redo or undo what I just did. Like, so that's the question that lies. Like when you receive that information, what do you do with it? Like, are you now gay? Do you now have to come out and identify as, you know, hey, you know, or do you have to declare your love for the trans community? Like, what do you do?
He said, transparent. Listen here,
Like,
man. I wouldn't know.
Like, it's a real
Because I'm
legit
not gonna be in
question.
that
Like, I know
situation.
I'm
I speak
hilarious,
against
but
it.
damn.
No. I'm not gonna be in that situation. I speak against it. Right now. Look. Like,
Well,
no, bro.
I know for me, I know that I'm not gonna be in that situation because I got a wife and 2 kids already, so it don't even matter to me. But the thing about it is, if I did not have a wife and 2 kids, I'm still not gonna be in that situation.
Bro, what if your wife came out after these 2 years?
oh,
Listen,
I'm crying.
we've been married since 2011. We've been together since we was in high school.
Oh my God.
So if something was to come out now, that's a whole totally different ball game.
Yeah.
Now,
You might have to.
the question.
You might have
What
to. Look,
do
you might
you
have to get
do
me
with
up out
that
of jail.
information?
Look. You got to scratch your neck on
It's
that.
like you
Look.
can't turn back. There's no going back after that. Like, well,
Yeah.
I've been with you this long, so we got kids. Fuck it, man. Let's. It is what it is.
I think
Bro, like,
if I had to put myself in that situation, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like there's all kinds of thoughts that's gonna come to my head. Like the first thought is, like, you really let me go all the way and didn't even tell me. That's the first thought that's gonna come to my head. Then I'm gonna get real angry.
Cause that's the hardest part about it all is like when that person like you like that and they really want to see it all the way through. And it's just like they didn't know how to respond or how you were going to respond to, you know, finding out, you know what I'm saying, what was going on, you know what I'm saying, with the package rearrangement. Like, it's tough.
You got to give me a chance to make that decision, though. Like, you got to give me a chance, like, to make that decision and to come to my own conclusion of whether or not, you know, we still going to pursue each other. Like, you can't just put me in the game and let me, you know what I'm saying, just, nah,
You
man.
picked up the controller, so play me.
Nah.
Hey,
Listen.
yo.
I cannot.
I can't, man. I can't. I can't.
not me at all, man. Not like if you love them, bro, you gotta tell them. You got to. It don't matter, bro.
What you mean, love? Y'all just met at the club last night. How can you be in love that fast?
Now I'm talking about like if you you known someone for years and they hit
that's different.
curveball.
Yeah. That's a hell of a curveball.
Somebody from last night and you done smack and everything, and then you find out that next morning, then
That's
by the way, something to tell you.
I think you're gonna want to listen to this.
We need to sit down.
Breaking news.
somebody got beat up last night.
That's insane.
But
He whooped.
I also wanted to ask each of you. I'll start with, since Said ain't get here first, Mr. Shoot Girl. If you could go back 10 years from now and tell yourself something, what would it be?
I would tell myself to stay growing, to never stop learning, stay away from the folks that are negative, but at the end of the day, be open-minded. For the simple fact, you will learn from someone that is negative as well as being positive. So with that being said, I would just tell myself, like, man, just be aware of your surroundings and just stay going no matter what. Keep God first in every single thing, because once you really learn who God is,
Mm-hmm.
then you good. Like, just keep on going. You feel me? Because we all know that that it's a God that's above us, and then we have God inside ourselves because we are like Him. So with that
Right.
being
Mm-hmm.
said, you feel me? Yeah,
Okay. Okay. I like that. I
I
like
like
that.
they motivate.
Okay.
Real for real.
What about you? It's the Ripper. If you could go back 10 years and tell yourself something, what would it be?
Honestly, I've had that question in my mind for a great spell now. And the problem with that is you got to realize you literally screwing up the timeline. If you go back into 10 years and you change anything about your past, you're now reshaping your present and your future. So that's like, let's say you go back, you tell yourself exercise more, or you go back, tell yourself save money, or you go
Mm,
back, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You've now just altered your timeline. So in a parallel universe, you don't know how your present and future is going to change. And you never know. This version of you right now could be the version of your higher self, or it could be the best version of yourself, your current you, but
mm,
you went back because you were greedy. You wanted, you want to have this perfect reality. You decided to
right.
go back, change your reality, and now you come back to the present time. Everything is different than what you had it at, and it could very well have gone downhill because of mistakes you've made along the way. So it's like, do you really want to go back and gamble changing your reality in hopes that you'll have a better present and a brighter future,
Right.
or not knowing whether everything is going to go downhill?
Right.
That,
Okay.
that is very understandable.
I
But
like that answer.
what if you had to?
Right.
What do you
What
mean,
if
what
you
if I had to? Like, somebody putting a gun to my head and said, hey, go back in time and change your reality?
Okay, I got you. I
No.
got you. What if you go back and nothing was guaranteed, nothing that you said was going to change, like for the bad or for the good, even? Just you wanted to tell yourself something 10 years ago.
just
That's
so
that's
you,
that's
just so you'll
that's
know.
that's the hard part, because it's like the information you find out. I'm gonna answer the question, but just know logically, it's impossible for
Of course it is.
anything. It's impossible for anything not to happen by you going back, and because that experience, bro, you're gonna be like, oh shit, that's me. Like, from
Right.
10 years in the future, this is what I'm gonna look like. Oh, you
Oh,
fat as hell, my
wait.
boy. I ain't gonna hold you. You fat as hell, my boy.
Stupid.
Like, this
You been
don't look
eating good
For
in the
real.
present, bro. Like,
Be like, oh,
I'm gonna exercise more so I don't look like that. But 10 years, the new 10-year timeline, you're anorexic as shit. You got cancer.
you.
But no, but I'm gonna answer the question though. If I had to, if I had to, if I had to go back
shit.
and tell myself something, I would say remain confident. Or no, I would say appreciate everything that you get. Appreciate it. Because had I did that 10 years ago, my blessings, my begradings, whatever you want to call it, everything, I would have been able to appreciate it. Everything life had to offer me, and I
Mhm.
probably will be in a way better predicament than what I'm in now. I'm not saying that I'm in the worst predicament in life. Hell no, nah, man. I'm reaching my higher self. I'm furthering my life. My life is getting on track for real. I'm finally adulting for real. So like, hell no, I'm not mad at my predicament. It's just I would have been further along had I had, you know, appreciated everything that came my way and not been ungrateful at times.
Right. Okay. Okay. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And of course, Greg, if you could go back 10 years ago and tell yourself something, what would it be?
I like the answer that he gave the first time with,
Right.
you know, if you did change something, it could alter everything else. I like that answer. But if I absolutely had to, I've been thinking about this for a while myself. Like if I absolutely had to, I would tell myself, don't um don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like,
Mm,
and what I mean by that
I
is,
felt that. I
when
ain't
I
gonna
was
hold
a kid, I like there was nothing that you could tell me to make me change my mind. Like I'm gonna be a music artist. I'm gonna
Mm,
be on by this age. I had my whole life figured out. By this age, I'm gonna be on tour. I'm gonna be selling all kinds of records.
mm,
I'm gonna have this house. I'm gonna have this car.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be doing this touring. Da 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 da. And when it didn't happen the way that I wanted it to happen, when I wanted it to happen, how I had planned my life, it's just like I looked around and I was like, oh shoot, what do I do now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had all my eggs in one basket and I didn't have a backup plan. Like I didn't go to school to be a doctor. I didn't go to school to be a lawyer. I didn't go to school to, you know what I'm saying, make a big living when it comes to, you know, job wise. So it's like
mhm.
I had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing about life. Like, there's no blueprint to life. There's no instructions that's telling you what you got to do. Like, it's life is literally giving you life, and you have to figure it out as you go.
Yeah.
So that's what I would tell myself as a younger self, 10 years from you know earlier. I would tell
Mm,
myself, have a backup plan. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
right.
Mm.
Okay.
Ladies out there that got an OnlyFans, this is how it feels to be an independent artist. This is what goes through our minds. This is how life is. You ladies, you are officially an independent artist. So now you know what it's like. Have a backup plan, because OnlyFans, you may not become top 5%. I'm just saying. Not everybody can be at the top
Who man
5%.
Oh,
fans is this?
who man? And of course, I'll go last. If I could go back 10 years ago and tell myself something, first of all, I'll be tripped out that I'm back 10 years ago.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like you were saying, I will be tripped out and I will be worried about, what's going to happen in the future. But if I could, if I was to answer the question too, I would tell myself not to worry so much. Don't don't stress yourself out to the point to where you're worrying to the point to where you start self-sabotaging yourself. So
Yeah.
I would mainly tell myself, go out there and like Greg was saying, honestly, put your eggs in multiple baskets. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do to go ahead and set yourself up 10 years from now so you're not doing as much. Um, but I would also, let myself know that, life is going to be hard these next, could be hard these next 10 if, I don't do the things I need to do. So I would, just tell myself, things to, you know, keep myself motivated and push me a little bit more probably. But hey, then again, that might not have made me the person that I am today, like Chuck was saying. So, it could be a good or a bad thing there for sure. But I like them answers for sure. And then hey, I'm gonna go by in the comments a little bit here too. I see Shaq. What's going on, Shaq? He said, phew, that's a good answer right there. Gotta have multiple baskets. Hey, you definitely do. See, Carter God said something to us. What's up? What's going on? Thank y'all for joining too. And definitely this episode will be on YouTube because the last one was not, but this one will be on YouTube for sure.
Boom.
I know, right? But oh yeah, and to
Great.
that point with when Greg was saying, multiple baskets, because I see, Greg also I'll be seeing you, with your skits and everything too, and I'll be liking those too, because I like how you put your twist on them, man, for sure.
Yeah.
I like
I
that, man.
appreciate that.
Definitely wanted to
I
say
appreciate
something
that.
about that too.
I think
But
for real though, man, I think it's important not just. And I wasn't even talking about me. I'm just talking about everybody in general, man. Everybody needs to have like
yeah, yeah.
multiple baskets that they, you know what I'm saying, and try to work towards. I know a lot of people, they be like, you need to focus on that one thing and da
Hmm.
da da da. I get that. But
Right.
you don't know your future. You're not God. You don't know what's going to happen. What if something goes wrong and it does not go the way that you want it to go with that one thing that you have a passion about? You need to know how to, you know what I'm saying, get it out the mud and make a way for, you know, something else. So I think it's important to have multiple baskets to put your eggs in,
Yeah.
man, and give yourself a chance. Because if you don't give yourself a chance to learn new things and be open to other things, man, you ain't gonna make it out here. Like for real,
Hey,
for real.
you're not lying about that one.
That's
It
what
be
serious like.
it can yeah, it can get real difficult because nowadays you gotta have 2 to 3 things going on to be able to even, you know,
Survive.
make some shape. You know,
Yeah.
so it's definitely wild these days. But hey, man, we definitely appreciate you, coming in, discussing with us and vibing with us, man. And we appreciate all the views. We appreciate all the comments. Trust me, we definitely appreciate. We got some more stuff coming. Trust me, y'all definitely go follow. Definitely go follow Gregory Luster Music. Also, he's tagged in all of the promo. Definitely go follow him. He has some dope things for sure. And hey, we gonna definitely catch y'all. Actually, we're gonna catch y'all next Saturday. And I'm not gonna spoil the host yet, the guest yet, but y'all keep tuned and y'all definitely go subscribe to everything Gregory Luster Music got going on YouTube, even also Spotify, Apple Music. Follow it all for sure. Don't forget about my boy down here is DODB. Don't forget about his as well. Definitely, go, tune in to all his stuff. He even got a new video out on YouTube. He got Power out right now under Chevy Heavy. He got a good collection. Y'all can check him out too. And of course, on the top right, you got to check out It's the Ripper, of course. You got to check him out. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It's all there. Y'all go check it out. And of course, me, King Holmes, Dead Shot It. Check it all out. But until next time, y'all, we appreciate y'all. And always remember to keep your thoughts smoky unless you smoking it with
Oh,
it. Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Already appreciate y'all. Love y'all and y'all be safe, man.
Yes,
hold it
sir.
down, man. Peace, love, light, and prosperity.
Peace.